Goodbye city life. Growing across in Japan, Bacon has a pandemic shifts priorities. The global pandemic has prompted a wholesale rethinking of life choices around the world. But in places such as Japan, where regained work cultures offer few alternative paths, the pandemic has brought a real opportunity for respondents to reimagining how their futures could not should look. In Tokyo and the surrounding areas, the rethinking is particularly stronger among people in their 20s and 30s, according to a survey of more than 1,000 people by a government office. Those young workers are seeking alternatives to Tokyo's corporate grant market by long hours, cramped subway commuters, and strict corporate hierarchies. About 1/3 of the people in their 20s and 30s living in Greater Tokyo said that they had taken steps in the past 6 months to move to rural Japan. Will the figures represent a small sample? They noticeably point to a trend that is unfolding during an important time for Japan's rural areas, whose populations are rapidly shrinking with a combination of elderly residents and declining birth rates. In recent years, national and local governments has been promoting rural revitalization efforts to attract younger residents to the outskirts of Japan. Japan's new Prime Minister, Fumio Kishida, is looking to wrap up such efforts. It is our areas outside our major urban centers that are of the utmost importance, Kishida said in an October 14th news conference, insisting that a digital transformation will address quite areas such as the population of rural areas. They don't make television opening sequences like they used to. The opening sequences of a television should several jobs at once. They must pay tribute to the stars and set the tone for the episode to follow. Above all, they must antique the visual to accommodate to the show for the next 30 minutes or more. For decades, networks thought the best way to do this was to create complex and costly sequences. No one watching the ornate map unfolding at the start of each episode of Game of Thrones in 2011, for example, would have adapted that it was a lavish production. It was Girls, which had its premiere on HBO in April 2012, which took a radically different approach. Lena Dunham's company of a millennial miners submit it is nose at the industry's petition, with a crisis that consisted of a single detail, cut to on-screen for precisely 7 seconds. With the rise of streaming service, viewers started consuming several episodes back-to-back, and the brevity of those 7 seconds gained additional catch-up. In 2017, Netflix launched its skip intro function enabling viewers to dispense with opening credits and get stronger to the drama. The move was controversial. Purists saw it as an effort to the art and application of television. Others were happy they no longer had to price fast forward. Indeed, it may be that opening credits are no longer necessary. But if elaborate sequences go for good, the desire for something more luxurious and mysterious may reappear. When they are done well, they can be as compelling as short films.